Welcome back to Netrush Report, your home for everything tennis, from brutal on-court battles to powerful moments of truth that shake the sport. If you live and breathe tennis, hit subscribe, smash that like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment that matters. Jannik Sinner's Shanghai Masters campaign was supposed to be a continuation of his stellar season, a title defense that would prove he belongs in the world #1 conversation. But instead, it turned into one of the most heartbreaking moments of the tournament. After starting strong with a clean 6-3, 6-3 victory over Germany's Daniel Altmaier, Sinner looked sharp, composed, and ready. Then came his second-round clash against Talon Griekspoor. The match began normally, but as the heat and humidity in Shanghai reached unbearable levels, the tone shifted dramatically. Sinner's legs began to cramp. His movement slowed. His face told a story of agony, a player trying to push through but fighting his body with every step. By the third set, trailing 2-3, he could barely move. He walked toward the net, shaking his head, and retired. It was a brutal sight for fans who had seen this movie before, the physical limits of tennis colliding with the mental toughness of champions. But then, the criticism came. Online debates erupted. Some fans accused Sinner of giving up too easily. Others claimed he was faking the severity of his struggle. The same toxic narrative that's haunted athletes in grueling conditions for years began to swirl again. And that's when Mouratoglou stepped in. The French coach, best known for guiding Serena Williams through a decade of dominance, released a video addressing the situation. And he wasn't subtle about his opinion. He said bluntly, "Fritz had the same problem. We saw Djokovic throw up. Many players were struggling. So of course, Sinner was not faking." Mouratoglou pointed out what many seemed to ignore, that the Shanghai Masters had been punishingly humid, even for the fittest players on tour. The air was thick, the energy was draining, and players' bodies were pushed to their limits. He reminded fans that Taylor Fritz openly struggled with similar cramps earlier in the tournament. Novak Djokovic, despite his superhuman endurance, was seen vomiting courtside from the conditions. So if Sinner's body shut down, it wasn't weakness. It was physiology. Mouratoglou went further, explaining that this incident would likely lead Sinner's team to adjust his scheduling and hydration strategies during humid tournaments. He suggested they might take a closer look at recovery windows, electrolyte balance, and how to adapt to different climates, all details that separate elite athletes from the rest. His message was clear. Sinner's retirement wasn't a lack of fight. It was a call to protect the body that carries his talent. And it wasn't just Sinner. Frenchman Terence at Maine also retired due to heat stress in his first-round match. Dozens of players complained about energy crashes, dizziness, and nausea. This wasn't a one-off. It was a systemic issue with the Shanghai conditions. So while critics typed away from their couches, Sinner's pain was very real. He wasn't faking. He was suffering. Now, after a few days of recovery and a medical evaluation, Jannik Sinner is preparing for his return, and it's coming at a critical time. He's officially scheduled to make his comeback at the Vienna Open, an ATP 500 event running from October 20th to 26th. For Sinner, Vienna isn't just another stop, it's a mission. Because after the Shanghai heartbreak, he needs to bounce back fast to stay in contention for the year-end world #1. With Novak Djokovic still leading the rankings, every point matters. A victory in Vienna could close that gap and reignite the battle for the top spot. But the competition will be fierce. The entry list is stacked. Alexander Zverev, Alex de Minaur, Lorenzo Musetti, Daniil Medvedev, and Francis Tiafoe, all confirmed. It's going to be a showdown of redemption and resilience. For Sinner, the question is simple. Can his body keep up with his ambition? Because mentally, there's no doubt, he's as tough as they come. The same player who powered through back-to-back Masters runs and led Italy to Davis Cup glory is not the type to fake pain. Even his critics are beginning to realize. This isn't a story about excuses. It's a story about limits, and how champions learn from them. So as Sinner eyes Vienna, with Mouratoglou's defense echoing through the tennis world, the message is loud and clear. Don't doubt the fight of Jannik Sinner. That's all for today's report. But this story is far from over. Will Jannik Sinner redeem himself in Vienna and keep his world #1 dream alive? Or will the physical toll of the season catch up to him once again? We'll be watching every serve, every rally, and every sign of comeback fire. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next big moment in tennis. This is Netrush Report, bringing you the pulse of tennis, every serve, every story.